It's a bit warm outside, isn't it? I hope the gym will be cool enough for prom. Do you know if they have big fans set up? So did you consider being a chaperone? I understand. Not your thing, Joan. So, is Mary Jane ready for us? Oh, well, look at you. That is a stunning hairdo. Did you do that, Joan? I am very impressed. You look like you could be a beauty queen. Well, like I promised, I'm here. I'm happy to be part of your evening, if just for a little bit. I love everything to do with makeup, and I can't wait to put together a look that's perfect for you. So, you need to go get your prom dress. I need to see that. Okay. So, oh, I'm good. Maybe we can have a little drink after we're done with Mary Jane, and then we can look at some new products. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that dress. That fabric is one of a kind. Two different. Yes. And that lining. Oh. I'm so glad you decided on sleeveless. I just think that's very elegant, especially for teenagers going to prom. Well, I don't think we have our work cut out for us. I think this dress just does our work for us. I think we're going to be able to match that nicely. I have a couple of different eyeshadows, and I think we will be able to find something that works perfectly with this gorgeous periwinkle. Beautiful. Okay, well, if you want to trade places with your mother, do need to get something out of my purse. Here we go. I like to pick up these finger pinkies. They are really for secretaries. God love them. They have to handle carbon paper and typing ribbon and get their fingers dirty quite often, so these come in quite handy for them, but they come in quite handy for me and my business as well. So we'll need one of these in a little bit. We'll just go ahead and get that out and ready to go. You like that? Normally I carry my brown straw bag in the summer, but I saw this one with the sort of the pearlescent front and the white straw. It just seemed so perfect for summer for certain things, particularly pink, don't you think? I got it at Stearns. I would imagine they still have some. All right, so let's open up my bag of wonders. There we go. So we're going to need, let's see, we'll need this. This is my collection of foundation samples. And then we have everybody's favorite, especially 6-year-old girls, my set of lipstick samples. And I made sure I was all full up today. So we have lots of things to choose from. And I brought some of our Vitamoist moisturizer. This is a lighter, less oil-based moisturizer that's really good for teen skin. And we'll be using this as a foundation for the foundation. So everything will go on smoothly. and your skin will keep a lovely glow all evening. Let's see, we have some eyebrow brush liner. I've got, there's one. Here we go. Got two blushing creams in a peach and a pink, and those usually serve me quite well. So we'll see what works best. And then I've got two eyeshadow powders, and we may or may not use these, but it's always good to have a powder on hand, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. Oh, here we go. I think you're going to be most excited about this, which is one of our new products. It is a stacked set of tubes. Each one has a different color of cream eyeshadow. Isn't that just the neatest thing? Just come apart like that. Very convenient, especially for teenagers. You can see the size of my purse. It's just like a pen. But it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 colors. This last one is just the cap at the top. So we will, in fact, I already know which colors we're going to be focusing on now that I've seen your dress. Don't you agree? These 3. Yes. And, I think that's all we need for now. Yes. All right. So, let's first let's work on your foundation, and then we'll work on a match for your eyeshadow, okay? So I see that you have a bit of a tan, and I suspect that is just a bit too dark for our fair finish set. I would either say the darkest of our fair finish or the lightest of our medium finish. So I'm just going to pull those 2 out. Too dark. And we'll need our applicator. So we've got pink, which is in the fair finish, and honey in the medium. I'm just going to hold these up. The first I want you to turn your hand toward the window. And then back this way. I am going to guess that we want the darker of the two, which is honey. And again, just let me remind you that it's the lightest shade in our medium finish. Now, if we need to blend it with something lighter to find just the right shade, we will absolutely do that. All right, so if you wouldn't mind, scoot up a little bit. Excellent. All right. So we'll first start with the foundation. Now for teenagers, here's what I like to do. Instead of applying the moisturizer first all over before the foundation, I like to mix the foundation with the moisturizer and apply those together. You'll find that it gives you a much lighter look. You're still going to get some moisturizer, but not too much. I think your skin is a bit too young, maybe a bit too oily. So we don't want to overdo it with the moisturizer, okay? We just want enough to give you a dewy glow. So what I'm going to do is take some of the moisturizer and just put that right here, and that should be enough because we're going to be adding foundation to it. And then we will add the foundation. I can't keep things straight today. And I'm getting close to needing to replace some of my samples. But fortunately, we have the applicator to help us dig in there. Let's see if we have enough. So I'm going to just mix that together. I think that's good. So we've got plenty to go around, and it's a beautiful color. All right. So I'm just going to apply the foundation right here. I'm going to be very gentle and smooth. I'm going to be working to feather out the color as I apply, okay? Okay. other side. Okay, so we treat your face like a T, and we've done left and right, and now we're going to go above the T and look at your forehead. Okay. And it's important to blend the edges right into your hairline and blend along the jawline. This is why it's so important to have a really good foundation match, so that when you do blend in the jawline, you don't have to bring it all the way down your neck. Okay? So I'm going to apply some up just above your jawline. Your nose. And a little bit more on the left side of your forehead. I guess that's your right. Blend, blend, blend. Don't forget to do that. Okay. All right, I think we are in good shape with your foundation. So, time for some finger pinky cleanup. I know quite a few Avon ladies who use these. You can just go to any office supply store to find them. You can occasionally find them in a drugstore, but that's always hit or miss. So just go to an office supply store. They have everything a secretary can possibly need. All right, so let's just put the honey tone away again. Honey appears to be your color in the summer. You're probably going to need to go lighter in the winter. Happy to make another visit, maybe in November, if you'd like to try some more foundation colors, if Mom approves. Okay. I believe, Joan, you have some of this, right? Your mother uses this during the day and uses our Cream Supreme at night, but I'm sure she'll let you borrow a little dollop for special occasions to mix with your foundation. So, probably no need for you to get your own container. Alright, so I think the most important thing that we need to look into is the color of your eyeshadow. And you don't need this old woman to tell you what colors are in right now and what styles are in. But I do have a teenager and I'm very observant. So, let me get that publication that I was telling you about. Just a moment. Let's see. This is a color chart that we have, but this is for your mother and me. Really too dark for you, I think. And let's see. There we go. Pretty special. And that's you tonight. I'll go ahead and pull out my beauty book in case we need to consult that. And is there anything else? That's good. All right. So this is your guide to makeup and manners for proms and parties. You'll find some parts of the publication are geared toward parties and others toward proms, and whether or not you're the guest or the hostess and so forth. We're going to focus on proms, and I do, before we get to the makeup, I do want to read this one section to you. I think it will serve you very well tonight. At the prom, help your escort show his good manners. Step aside to allow him to open the door in a car. Wait until he has time to come around to your side. Precede him into a room or restaurant and onto and off the dance floor. So you are always in front, he's behind, unless you're side by side. Introduce yourself to the chaperones when you arrive at the prom, and be sure to thank them when you leave. That's very important. Those teachers and parents have put a lot of energy into making this the night to remember. Once you turn down an invitation to dance, and you are permitted to do so, you don't have to accept every invitation to dance. Don't accept another until the music changes, and that's just common courtesy for the gentlemen that have asked to dance and you've turned them down. Just wait until that song is over, and then if another gentleman comes up to ask and you would like to accept that, that's quite all right. If you've danced too long with one partner, it is perfectly all right to suggest leaving the dance floor. lead your partner over toward a group of your friends so that he can feel free to leave. So that he can feel free to leave you if he wishes. And that creates a very friendly atmosphere so that your dance partners don't need to feel that they must stay with you for the entire evening. You want to have an opportunity to dance with a few fellas, mostly your date, but there's nothing wrong with dancing with a few others. If you're wearing long white gloves with your prom dress, keep them on for shaking hands. No gloves. Okay. Very good. We have some bathing, grooming, manicure sections. That's not what we're here for today, but we are here for modern makeup magic. This is that T-zone that I was talking about. And some information about applying foundation, some of which I've shared with you, but when I'm gone, you can keep this publication and consult it, improve your makeup application techniques. Then we have tutorials on blush, on using makeup touch-up sticks for blemishes, for dark circles or things like that. And also, I think this is kind of interesting, that you can actually begin to, in a way, change the shape of your face or your nose or your chin just a bit if you're not quite happy with the length or the width or the height of your cheekbone or something like that. And so using different shades of foundation can help you create some of those effects. And I think that's kind of a neat thing that we've been introducing lately. We call those secret agents because nobody knows that you've actually done it with makeup. Okay, so this is the part that I really want to focus on today. Eyes that shine. We want to make sure your eyes shine in that gown. And now that I've seen your gown and I've seen the colors that I brought with me, I'm going to recommend that you accent with 2 or more colors instead of just 1. And the technique that I'm going to use is to brush a favorite shade on your eyelid. And so you can see this area right here above the lash line. That's your eyelid. So we'll do a favorite shade, a dominant shade on the eyelid. And then stroke a deep neutral tone along the eye fold. And the eye fold is just above the eyelid right here. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to make one adjustment though. I'm not going to use a deep neutral. I'm going to use a deeper shade of the color that we have on the eyelid. And that is because it is prom night. It is a special occasion, and it's perfectly fine to really accent your eyes during a night like this. I'm going to just take the 3 on the bottom and we'll look at these colors with your dress. So you can see that the lightest color is very close to the color of the periwinkle in the dress. We go down one, gets a little bit darker, and that's pretty much an exact match. What do you think? And then we'll go down to the darkest. See, it's significantly darker than your dress, but it is the same shade. The same color, I should say. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the lightest. And then we're going to use the medium tone on your eyelid and the dark tone on your eye crease. And look at that. That's just going to be, well, there's not going to be anyone else like you there tonight. So, let's start with the lighter color. It's the medium tone. And we'll just take a few applicators. Let's see. We'll need light or medium and dark. And highlights and blush. Okay. So I think we'll need 4 of these. Oh. I dropped one. We'll get that one later. There we go. All right. So fortunately, these are very creamy, and the color just glides on. It really doesn't splotch or get gummed up. You like these, Joan? Oh, Joan, your collection is too big for these. Okay. So let's just, if you would, close your eyes. Okay. Open. And that's a good amount of coverage. We wanted to kind of have a jewel tone to it. Open. Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to close that one up and take the darkest one and got a new applicator. And I'm going to apply this to your eye crease, and I'm going to do it in a much more deliberate way. I'm not going to be spreading it everywhere. I want to get right down into that crease. And then a little bit above the crease. And what that does, it makes your crease look more dramatic, look a little bit deeper. Okay, close your eyes. Okay, open. I'm going to move your hair behind your ear just a bit. I think we're good there. And I'm just going to put this back together. And then just reattach to the entire stack of tubes. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the silver just above your eye crease for a little bit of extra glamour for the evening, okay? Nothing too much. Close. Oh, getting ahead of myself. This is just the way that I'm able to use my samples on lots of different women. Okay. Close. Light touch. Open. Mama, what do you say? Well, we have her approval. Now we need yours. Let's see. Okay, take a look. Mm-hmm. Like that. Okay, so far so good. Now we are going to use the eyebrow brush align. I like to use this as both an eyeliner and an eyebrow brush, especially since this is almost summertime. It's going to give you a slightly softer eyeliner to go with this very summery prom look that you have. Okay. And just so you know, I'm going to need to use this brush. My paper applicators won't work, but I always wash this brush after an application. And you can see there's a very, can you see that? The angle on the brush, it's very precise. So if you're very careful, you can create a very precise eyeliner with it, or you can go back over it and blend just a little bit for a slightly softer look. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Close your eyes. Your other eye. Okay, open. Okay, keep them open. I'm going to adjust right here in the corner. And then do a little flick. That'll give you a very subtle cat eye. And then on this side, and a little flick. Very good. Okay, and now I'm going to do your lash line below. I just need you to keep your eyes open and look up. Okay, the other eye. You know who you remind me of? You look like Grace Slick right now. I know you're probably taking that as a compliment. And I mean it as a compliment. As I mentioned, I have teenage girls too, so I know what she looks like. Alright, the last thing that we're going to do is apply a little bit of blush. Oh, no, sorry, we've got lipstick to do. Okay, so I did have a couple in mind. depending on which direction your dress went into. So let me see if I can remind myself. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you see what I'm going to recommend. And this, this is Pinkling. And look at that color. Can you see? It's like a ballerina pink. And with your dramatic eyes, a very soft shade for the lipstick, very light. See if I can hold these together. Very light, very soft, something that actually lightens your lips instead of darkens them is going to be exactly what you need tonight. Can you see that? We're going to put all the focus on your eyes. And in addition to this, let's see. Not for you tonight. I should have written these colors down. I'm sorry. What was the other? Here we go. So you can see that with these two, we can use a darker tone around the edges of the lips, and then that very light tone in the center of the lips. And I'm not going to use a brush and line your lips. I'm just going to use the lipstick and very carefully outline, just using the little point on this. And I'm going to go ahead and use these and then leave them with you. Okay, so you can reapply. They're yours to keep. Okay, so we're going to start with the slightly darker shade. So just put your lips over your teeth. Just pull them tight, okay? Okay, and then just sort of blot them against one another. Okay. Okay, do that one more time. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to come in with a very light tone. It's got a little bit of a frostiness to it. And just pull your lips over your teeth again. We're just going to fill in. Notice that I had you blot the so-called liner so that it's not just on the edges of your mouth, but it's coming in on your lips just a bit. We want that color to come in some. And then we're just highlighting with this. Okay, go ahead and blot. I think that's good. Okay. I'm going to keep these out for you. All right. And I did bring a pink and a coral blushing cream. And given the shades that we've used on your lips as a contrast to the periwinkle in your eyes and your dress, I'm actually going to recommend the coral. And we're not going to use very much of this at all. Also, your tan is going to diminish the color, the brightness of the color just a bit, so it's not going to be too much. And I'm just going to use 2 fingers, one for each cheek. Okay, look at me. Now I'm just putting this right on the apple of your cheek, and then I am blending back toward your ear. We don't want a dot. You don't want to look like a clown. But starting on the apple, blending back. And then back up toward the hairline. And you want to smooth out, feather all the way around where you've got blush, so you can't quite tell where it begins and where it ends. Okay? All right, now I've got some on my other finger. Let's try the other side. One thing I like to do is start in the center of the apple and just make a larger and larger circle, and then start blending back. Blend, blend, blend. Very good. All right. So we've got everything, I think. I think the only thing left is some perfume. Do you have some perfume that you love? Oh, good. It's a lovely scent for young people. Well, the next time I come, I'll bring some fragrance samples. I've got a line for teenagers and young women. And those come in some fun containers. And speaking of fun containers, I have a little gift for you. Let's see. Okay. So here's a little lip treatment for you. Keep your lips moist throughout the night. And as I mentioned, I'm going to leave these sample lipsticks with you, and they're yours to keep. Use them this evening again for a touch-up, and then use them in the future. Okay, my little gift to you. So let me just readjust your hair. I did need to put it behind your ears, but I didn't want to get any foundation on it. I promise I won't ruin Mama's masterpiece. Just want to get that lower curl. Back where it belongs. There we go. And the other side. Well, this one's not too bad. Beautiful. This hanging down next to your beehive is just, well, it feels like spring. All right, I'm not going to touch anything else, or Joan's going to get mad at me. All right. Let's see. One more look. It's nice to feel like a movie star every now and then, don't you think? Okay. Well, you can go look in the big mirror. Get your dress on. Be very careful when you put it on. I know you will be, but you've got lipstick on now, so I know. Well, I know your mother's proud. When is your date due to arrive? So, you've got a little bit of time. Well, you better put your dress on. I look forward to seeing pictures. Have you seen your corsage? But he does know what color your dress is, right? Okay, that's all that matters. All right, well, lovely lady, you have a marvelous time tonight, okay? My advice to you, when you get there, look around, take a deep breath, pay attention. This will only happen once in your life. Okay. Good luck. Joan. So I'm going to leave this with her. And don't let her leave without her samples. Okay? So, well, I've got some new products to show you. I know you're dying to see. Let's get started.